Hey everybody, welcome to the show today. It is just me, and I'm here with special guest Laurel Charleston. We're talking all about makeup, the internet, the future, being cunt, what a cut crease is, still don't know. And we're listening to your wild and crazy voicemails. So I hope you're ready for a good time. Diva up, DL trade down. You know what I mean? Okay.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva.
our number is 213-536-9180. Welcome to Sloppy Seconds. It's how you fucks, you stupid little fucks, you nasty little fucks. It's me, Big Dipper, and this is Sloppy Seconds without Meatball. Bum, bum. I'm joined in the studio by my good friend, a sister of the show. Please make some noise for celebrity makeup artist, futurism artist, trans icon, cutout enthusiast in her fashions, Laurel Charleston.
Yay! Thank you so. Wow, what a lovely intro.
I have one written that's really much nicer. I just got lost.
Do you really?
Yes.
Yeah, go for that one. Let's see. I'm totally kidding. That was very nice.
You're
very
like so
nice
happy to be here. Love Meatball.
Oh yes. And I'm here specifically to take over Meatball. No, I'm just kidding.
This is the intro I wrote. An icon of makeup artistry. She paints all of the famous pop stars with viral fashion looks. A good friend of the pod. Back for her second go-round. It's Laurel Charleston.
You're very sweet. That's very sweet. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
that.
being here. Yeah,
Yes.
elephant in the room. And that's not a fat joke. Meatball is not here with us
My name's Laurel
today.
Charleston.
Sorry.
No.
But here's Laurel. Welcome.
Yes. Shout out to Meatball. Love her so much. I
Meatball.
feel so bad she can't be here today. I know she's going through a lot right now, but love her so much. She's here in spirit. I feel her spirit in this
Yes.
room.
And listen, when the mug is like this, you have to record.
Hello. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, goodbye.
I feel like this is I feel like Chapel Roan
Sure.
right now.
Roman.
Chapel Rowan.
Chapel Roman's Revenge.
I heard
That's what I said.
I heard someone non-ironically keep referring to her as Chapel Rowan. And that just
It's stuck.
that just itches like something so specific in my brain. I just keep saying it. Chapel Roanoke. Her full name. Her full name.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Have you and her had any chit chats or DMs?
No, I'm like, a lot of her team and I are mutuals on IG. They're like all brilliant artists. The stylist, hair artist, but I will say her makeup artists, two of the people that painted her are really close friends of mine
nice.
that I love. Sterling Toll, trans diva icon in New York City. She painted her for the NPR show, The Tiny Desk with the white face and the blue eye, iconic.
Yes.
And then Andrew Darling, who's been, I was going to say slaughtering her makeup, but like in the best way.
Slaughtering!
Like killing her makeup, but like
Yeah.
even more than that, has
Yeah.
been hitting it out of the park. Has just been so iconic for a while now. So they've
'Cause
just been killing it.
This was kind of a surprise to me that it really does go down in the DMs, even with
Yes.
super famous people.
Yes, and you cannot. Let me look at the camera. You cannot be afraid to take your shot. You, throughout your whole life, you will have 1,000 people telling you no. Don't be one of them. Let someone else tell you no. Don't be the person to tell yourself
Go
no.
off, Laurel.
I'm sorry. I just had to start with a little bit of that because it's so true. And even with the Doja thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
that was just a DM that she followed me one day. But then I was like, you know what? I have absolutely nothing to lose. She wasn't following me yesterday. Let me just shoot a DM. But the same thing, it really does happen in the DMs. And social media is also as serious as you want to take it. And if it's just a fun thing for you, it's a fun thing for you. But also if you want to take it seriously and shoot your shot and exhibit a brilliant, fabulous portfolio of your best work, things can happen for you.
It is so funny to hear about. I feel like we were just talking about Wicked in the other room, but like it is so funny that press tour is like the never-ending press tour. They've been all over the world.
Oh, girl, and what about Wicked 2? When this press tour ends, the next one
is gonna
begins.
begin. But like I saw something where Ariana was like, "Oh yeah," and we DM, we like send memes and like post back and forth. It's like I forget that even when you have like millions upon millions of followers, like Rihanna is always like on the internet trolling people in people's DMs. Like that's great. I know a lot of people have like Finsta accounts
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
But it really like I guess that was like shocking to me that you can like get real legitimate connections and work off of DM.
Yes, even Melanie, her hairstylist, William Scott Blair, who's a hair icon who's been doing her hair for 11 years, she found him on Instagram.
I love that.
And then also I don't know how they got connected, but I just have to point out a trans icon whenever we talk about one or around one. Ariana Grande is like basically like main hair artist right now. Alex is a trans icon and she just slays. I just have to give her flowers. She is so incredible. She's been doing her hair, I think, for like 8 years right now. And like there's so many trans icons in beauty and celebrity beauty specifically.
To keep that blonde, the blonde.
Well, I think that might have been the hair artist for the movie. I'm not too sure, but regardless, she's incredible.
She's been upkeeping it since they shot.
Girl, and she's gonna have to upkeep that for a hot second. Little bit.
Yeah. No, but it for people who don't know, you casually mentioning Melanie Martinez, you have been essentially on a world tour with it was the Portals tour, and then it was the. And then didn't she do like an anthology tour?
Yes. So she basically did her like Eras tour called the Trilogy Tour.
Yes.
She created 3 albums over the last 10 years that are this whole kind of creative journey with this one character named Crybaby. And she goes through these 2 album cycles.
Crybaby was like half and half, right?
Yes. Okay. And then at the end of the second album, the character dies. And the beginning of the third album, Portals, she's reincarnated because it's like this whole like past life regression therapy, transgression. Rants. One of those.
Trans.
Where's
the trans button?
Where? Oh my God. Could you imagine? I brought it.
Trans.
I'm right here, baby.
Well, it's a little.
Oh, you want to push that button? Reel it back, Laurel. Reel it back. The Portals tour.
This is my professional cut.
Yes. PR. Where's my PR? That's really funny too.
What?
I will say the one thing working over the last couple of years, now working with larger artists.
Yes.
The biggest misconception I see is people like, where's their PR person? Where's their PR person? Girl, these people, I think a lot of people assume that there's like a PR person who's doing someone's socials for them, but most of the time it's just them. Like, there's no PR person.
It's like you can see when the post they had to post about the album or the brand collaboration or the film is like, you can see when it hits their timeline. But other than that, like these people are playing on their phones.
Yeah. And they're just living their life, you know, just like you and me, just like you.
But just like the both of us. When you did this tour, you not only had to paint her for the concert, but in the Portals tour, she plays this character, so you painted a mask.
Yes.
Every night.
Every single night.
Different.
Every single night was different. That was my goal from the beginning. I think for the first Portals tour, there were 2 international tours. And before this, I didn't do a tour. So it was all new to me.
Right. You got thrown into the deep end.
Well, yeah. It was.
Well, yeah.
Well, yes. Down.
Down, diva.
It was, to this date, it's one of the most wonderfully creative and one of the most challenging jobs of my life.
Yeah.
And what frustrated me to no end is I would go on these tours and I'd come back to New York and I'd have a friend be like, how was it to just get paid to just travel the world and vacation? And I want to slap the absolute crap out of them.
Go off.
Because it is the hardest job in the world. Like for makeup, like in my opinion, like it's a blessing. I'm so grateful. I'm so lucky to be in that position. It is a godsend that I even got this opportunity. But it is so difficult. It's really, really long days. It's so much travel. And for the mask, like I'd be working on that all day. Like I'd wake up in a venue, go find my space in the new venue, and then I'd just be working on the mask from like 10 a.m. to like 6 p.m. And because it's a silicone mask, when I first got the job, I didn't know I was going to be painting a mask.
Right.
I showed up at the dress rehearsals and, you know, so much happened so quickly. So you have to be flexible. And then I got this and it was a great opportunity because it was a blank canvas. I could just do so much, you know?
For people who don't get the reference, and I want to hear the rest of the story, is like, if you look at both Melanie's page and your page, like like you sometimes do like spider webs. I saw like a spiral of like, it looked like you glued pearls on the face, like crazy eyes that like, what do you call that? Like, is it like new metal where it almost looks like a what someone would call a tribal tattoo with all the different spiky shapes, but
Oh,
curves.
like yes,
What's
like
that
the,
aesthetic?
like just like graphic liner,
Yes.
tattoo, tribal, I guess
Yes.
liners.
But
aesthetic,
you're doing that, then you're doing color looks, then you're doing blue garage door. Like
Hello.
It's always different on
Thank
the
you.
mask, which is incredible. So, but it wasn't just regular makeup application, right?
No, and she's so incredible and so creative. There was so much imagery to pull from to bring into these masks.
Sure.
And every day was such a really authentic and beautiful collaboration, not just between Melanie, but myself, the hair artist Will, the wardrobe artist Leslie, all of us. It's like it was so fun to wake up and be like, in a new city, it's like we'd be like, okay, what can we take from the city? Like, are we in a city with like a lot of water? Is there like I remember one time on the US tour for Portals, we're like, there's an aquarium nearby, let's go check out the aquarium. And then we got some cool inspo and we're able to pull that into the look for that night. Hello. And I brought the pussy.
And did you also do the dancers?
I taught them very diligently how to do these looks, and they were phenomenal. I love all those babes so much. Sometimes I would tweak. I'd see something they'd want to get a little creative and do a double line. I'd be like,
scale it back.
Listen, I love you. We're gonna have to scale that one back.
Okay, do you remember the Beyonce documentary? I forget which one it is. I think it's the HBO one. I think it's. Does she have a documentary called Life is Beautiful? It's the one where she's mostly sitting on the chair in the braids, and she had like just given birth to Blue Ivy.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen.
But they're reflecting back on one of her big tours, and there's this footage of Frank Gatson. You know who that is? He like choreographed for her for a long time. Old fag. And when she did the Renaissance tour, there was like something that went viral of her like floating above in that rig at the end. You know where her body's like hanging stiff.
Say my name. Say my name.
She goes. Is that Frank? Okay, so that was Frank.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Frank Ocean. I didn't know.
It was like her old choreographer.
Fab. That's so sweet.
And then Ashley was like her lead dancer. She was always sort of to the left. She had like beautiful kind of red hair. There's a music video that Beyonce directed that like stars Ashley in a wedding dress.
So cute.
Anyways, there's this whole back and forth with Frank like yelling at Ashley because she didn't wear a stupid fedora. One of the dancers' looks was like, probably like a shimmering rhinestone blazer, nothing underneath, and a fedora.
Yeah.
And he was like, why didn't you have your hat on at the dress rehearsal? And she was like, because it keeps falling off. Like, the hat, what am I supposed to do? And he goes, yeah, what are you supposed to do? That's your responsibility. Tape it, glue it, get a staple gun, attach it to your head and make it happen. And it's sort of like, it's a little bit fucked up.
Yeah.
But it is also the kind of thing of like the resourcefulness that you have to have, especially as like an ensemble member supporting someone.
Yeah.
I always like loved that moment because I remember being like, that's crazy. They should have talked about elastic straps with the wardrobe team so that all the dancers could like adhere the hat.
Well, I have two thoughts about that. You know what I mean?
But also he was like teaching her the lesson of like, oh, so you're just going to like not say anything and skip the hat rather than talk about it with the group.
Yeah, like you got to run to someone and be like, this isn't working.
Logistics.
Yes, and let me tell you, there's just so much pressure in those environments where you're like, there's about to be 15,000 people out there that are going to be seeing everything with a magnifying glass, and you want to give them the best
filming
opportunity.
it.
And it's like also for these kids, and that's what I love about Melanie's audiences, they were all these beautiful, diverse queer and trans kids. And we'd go to Poland, we'd go to Mexico, and all the little trans kids would come out and they would just be in this room, in this concert, all done up. And I would like be at the front barricade and I'd see a little trans girl and we'd like connect and talk. And then I'd see her the next year, the next tour. And I'd be like, hey, and like, it was just so beautiful. So, you want to do your best. So the pressure is always really, really high. But also, at the end of the day, that's like wardrobe or hair. That's like someone else's responsibility to do. But I do agree. The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
There you go.
And you gotta squeak, bitch. You gotta squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
Because these wheels are getting pushed out on stage in about 5 seconds. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get that.
One of my favorite things that I remember you saying, I think we were having dinner right before you left, and you got some like text that the quick change between like the mask part and the unmasked part has now been reduced to like 90 seconds. And you were like, I have to beat her. Like she's wearing the thing, so the makeup is going to be like ruined. And then I have to like beat her face in 90 seconds for the next thing.
Yeah. So further context. So for the actual trilogy tour show, she performed it like in like a front to back. So
Yeah.
the first third was the first album, second third was the second album, and at the end of the second album, there's
She
a quick
puts
change. So I would do her glam every day too. So I would do for the trilogy tour, I would do her beautiful glam for the first 2 albums, which is so
Yes.
fun, and then I do the complete opposite, crazy creative makeup for the portals. So then we would do it on a mask. I'd do it the whole day, and I'd have the mask ready, and we got it down to like I think like 5 minutes, which was still great, and we never were late.
Tell them.
We never.
Tell them.
That was so phenomenal. And the hardest thing, the pressure is so high. And there's like this part where they're out, like the dancers are doing a ballet during that quick change. And when the ballet ends, I'm like painting her lip. And I would always be like, I always want to finish the lip by the time the ballet ended. And sometimes like, fuck, the ballet's ending and I'm just starting this lip. So like that type of pressure. But so what I would do was, and in like 3 minutes, I would paint this to this pink on her. I would kind of blend it down her neck. I paint a different lip, which was shorter.
Oh, right, because the bottom
and lower.
Of the, yes.
So it was painting, it was like a 3D illusion because you're going down around and you want it to be straight, which is really hard to do. And I think I did that at like 30 seconds every night, which is really stressful. And then we encountered a different issue with the quick change because before in the portal store, she'd wear a pink bodysuit.
Right.
So I came up with the concept to make a pink glitter mixture that would reflect pink that we could apply very quickly. So then I would slather the pink glitter mixed with a specific product that I found, and it would just seep into her skin, and then she would reflect pink for the whole show. And you couldn't tell where the pink started and the pink stopped on the neck and the mask. So then she could just be her hot, beautiful self. And so that's how we were able to do it. And then the wig artist would just be able to pop it on and off like a Lego because of a mechanism he developed with the mask maker, and it was crazy. And we look back at it already, and we're like, we can't believe we did that. And
That's incredible.
It was really beautiful every night. Yeah,
it's really that, and to think that you were able to make that magic happen for all of the people coming to see the tour.
Yeah, and
like
it's also
night after night.
just a testament to her, relentless passion to her vision, which is really beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after this with Laurel Charleston.
Okay.
Lately I have been trying to keep my wardrobe simple. I want pieces that are comfortable, but they still feel like put together like an outfit, and that's why I'm always reaching for my Quince items.
The fabric feels elevated, the fits are clean, and Quince makes getting dressed so easy.
Quince has all the staples for spring, like 100% European linen shirts and shorts starting at just $34.
They're lightweight and breathable, but still look polished. I have a bunch of their Pima cotton tees, and they're super soft and easy to wear and very breathable for the summer for the sweaty body.
I just rediscovered this pair of linen shorts that I have that are so comfortable from Quince. You know when like something gets buried accidentally? I pulled these out and I was like, what have I been doing? Not wearing these!
And the linen doesn't wrinkle.
Period.
Plus, everything is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands because Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middleman.
Refresh your everyday with luxury you'll actually use.
Go to quince.com/sloppy for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada, too.
That's QUINCE.com/sloppy for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/sloppy.
Get yourself some Pima cotton!
Quince.
Quince. At Quince.
If you love to shop, listen up! Have you heard of Rakuten?
With Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy. Just from shopping.
Exactly. Clothes, athletic wear, pet supplies. I'm talking about Gap, Adidas, and even Petco.
So I can buy a look, get new shoes, snag the cat some cute toys, and get cash back.
That's right. And you can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
That's cool.
It is cool.
But how does it work?
Well, partner stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to the members.
Rakuten is really doing the most, huh? Love it.
Yeah, in the best possible way. Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving, so you can become one of them today.
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today.
And get yourself some Rakuten.
Weight Loss by Hims is here to help you reach your goals.
Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications that are designed to support you in losing the weight and keeping it off, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen.
GLP-1s help regulate your appetite and eat less.
With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise.
And no needles needed. Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss.
And through Hims, you can just go online where you'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if the treatment is right for you.
No insurance necessary either, and if prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door.
Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/sloppy seconds to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you.
That's HIMS.com/sloppy seconds.
hims.com/sloppy seconds.
Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS.
To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com.
And we're back. Laurel, you are very much a hustler. You have always created a path for yourself. Not relying on anybody else, but being like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to work in music. I'm going to work in, the drag world. I'm going to work in the makeup world. You always are like inventing something new. My sort of, without Meatball here, all these questions are heavy because I'm always so interested in stuff. I'm so interested in process. So I hear about a lot of creative people that get like plopped into high pressure work situations. Maybe a lot of time that's because of someone that they know, like a nepotism scenario.
Hello.
Or that they happen to be available and someone was like, okay, you're doing the styling on this thing, show up at this time. That's like a sink or swim sort of moment. So I'm curious, in all of those spaces you've been in, have you seen people flop? And what is the reason why the flop happens? Because I think in the entertainment world, this happens. Like, you'll do your regular shit for a long time, then all of a sudden you get a phone call, and you're like, oh, it's a high-pressure gig. Am I going to be able to handle this?
I will say most of the most of the experiences I had where someone was thrown into a situation and they were sink or swim was really when I was that person. Like, when I joined both of the major teams I've worked on, I was kind of like the newer person. There was one experience that I heard of a friend that just was kind of like they weren't the most flexible in the moment. And I think were very rigid in what they wanted to bring to the table.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out. And the road kind of ended right there.
Because flexibility is so key, especially if you're the newbie.
It's the key.
If you're the new one on the block and there are 8 people sort of leading the creative, you're like, oh, well, there's the director, but then there's like the fashion director, and then there's the artist, and then there's the record label, and then the brand. It's like all of those people have a say, so you have to work within your parameters.
When I tell you, when I brought, so this, for the most recent tour, we were both able, the hair and makeup artists were able to bring an assistant.
Oh, and you brought an assistant.
We both brought trans icons, Veli Sadiku and Zenobia Teague, Zenobia, the hair artist, Veli, the makeup artist. And I told V, I was like, day one, I was like, this job is extremely difficult, and I promise you only 10% of the job is makeup. The other 90% is just handling the stress and all these other things that come up that have nothing to deal with makeup. And at the end of the gig, she's like, girl, you were so fucking right. She's like, girl, you were so, I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about, but you were so right. And it's just, it as a makeup artist and as a trans woman where your art is so inherently tied to who you are, even as a queer person, some queer makeup artist, and just as makeup in general, your canvas is your body and you're transforming other people. It's, to my opinion, the most personal, deep, personal, intimate art form that there is. So it's so obvious to see that, like, of course, like, it's personal to you, and it's when you get into these situations, like where you're work for hire and you forget that it's a service job, you have to strip yourself of any and all ego. And if they want to take a left turn, you got to hop on that fucking motorcycle and take a fucking quick left turn with them, or else you're going to be left behind. And you just have to be like, yes, and you have to be flexible, and you open up yourself to seeing the magic in that, and then you push yourselves. And I love a confine. I love a brief.
Same.
I love a box. Put me in that box, and then it's my job to find the creativity within those confines.
I totally agree.
It's like you crack a code. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I love a good code.
It's an escape room.
It's an escape room that I can never get out of.
By career.
Escape
room.
But you really just have, but it's just like, you know, I think that's the best way I can put it.
Yeah, the thought of sort of like showing up and not taking the cue from the room, trying to prove yourself, or like show up, you know, guns blazing, dick on the table, and you're like, here I am, and you're
Girl.
like, and here you won't be any longer. Like, you can't take the lead without sussing out, you know, what the room is like. And from everything I hear about you, you know, based on your own stories, like, you just keep going back to the same clients because they keep bringing you back, meaning you're good.
Thank you. Well, I hope so. And it's always my goal to, I don't know, like, I think makeup is so cool because I have so many different goals when I have someone sit in my chair, but I think the most basic goals I always come back to is I want them to feel way more comfortable and confident when they leave my chair. But also I want whatever I do on them to be an extension of their expression.
Right.
And if they keep coming back to that, that means that there's just more that they want to express together. And I think that's so beautiful. And if I can just be a tool to pull that out of them, I think that's just the dream. You know what I mean?
And the way to express yourself through makeup continues to change.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like, you know, 5 years ago, I was like, okay, I understand that makeup exists and there's eyeshadow and lipstick and blush and foundation and there you have it. And there's eyeliner and like whatever. And now I feel like people's faces haven't changed, but somehow the canvas continues to be great. Like now you can put blush and a little contour on the tip of your nose, and that's just like a regular thing. And like, look at how much real estate you are using on both your lids and your brow. You know what I mean? Other people will be like, that's insane. You can't put color out here.
Oh, watch me.
Right. Yeah. And like even the delicate, we were just talking about Wicked, and I feel like Ariana, and then I know Hunter Schafer is not the makeup artist, but on Euphoria.
Oh, yeah.
Those sort of like...
Oh, Donnie Davy.
Yes. Yeah. So those like lined shapes. And then on Gaga and Ariana in the Rain On Me video, those two moments, both Euphoria and those moments, I think really pushed those lines into mainstream where people are like, well, you could just draw like a little picture right up here.
Yes.
And that's part of it. So there's like no rules. It's always changing.
And my goal in life is just to show people that there are so many colors in the crayon box to choose from, and that you can express yourself wildly one day and more reserved the next day.
Demurely the next.
Hello. And that was one of my favorite things that I did in Paris with, you know, Doja was that was a moment where I really, to this day, I couldn't even, I still can't even believe that she wanted to express herself that vibrantly. And I think that was really cool because it also showed a lot of other people that you can do this too for no other reason other than you want to express yourself. You know what I mean? And now, like, so many people are just, and also it links with it being more accessible, right? There's so many more makeup products today, so many different brands. It's literally couldn't be at your fingertips, closer to your fingertips today than ever. But I think it's really beautiful. And also always looking to the younger generation, the younger kids that would come out at these concerts over the last 2 years are so hyper expressive. And like I would do a makeup on the mask one night and the next day there'd be 30 kids in that makeup. And they're incredible. These kids are so talented. And I'm so excited for the future of these kids too. Like seeing how vibrant and expressive these kids are today, these queer and trans kids are today. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like in 3 years from now. Because even, 5 years ago, it wasn't like this.
No.
You know? And you're seeing so much more of it today, and I love it. And I agree. Like Donnie Davy, icon. She really pushed the needle, especially for accessible, wildly creative.
Right.
looks.
And it's not like, oh, this doesn't have to be Halloween or the Met Gala. This can be third period biology.
Hello. No, literally. Oh my God. There's this kid, Koi Star, COI Star, who like wear mutuals and they've like done makeup looks inspired by me. And I'm so honored. They're so sweet. They're like in high school and they just do these crazy looks to go to school. And I'm like, I wish I had your confidence. Like when I was in school and your creativity and like I didn't start this makeup stuff until I was in college and I wasn't even doing that to take it seriously. And here you are like 8 years ahead of me doing brilliant work. Koi, if you're hearing this, so much love to you. But these kids are really incredible.
Do you have optimism for the future?
Well, generally I would say no. We're generally no.
Yes, I agree.
I'm just very optimistic for young queer, I love, I think progress socially is always moving forward, even though it feels like it isn't. So like, yes, I'm hopeful I get hopeful when I see younger trans kids and I'm like, wow, you're so vibrant and you know yourself. And so many kids today really know who they are at such an early age. And because the language and everything is so much more accessible. And I love that so much and it inspires me. But as a whole with this planet and this country and what's happening in the Middle East, the genocide we've just been so helplessly watching and everything and being complicit as an American and our tax dollars paying for it, I feel so helpless for the future of this world. And now what happened yesterday in South Korea, and it's happening right now, where the conservative president declared martial law, and we have Trump coming into office and all these things, it feels very hopeless. So I'm trying to maintain hope, but at the same time, we just have to really be real and not be delusional and have to be in touch with what's falling apart around us. But I'm trying, girl. And I'm trying to, and as an artist, I feel like my job is to make art influenced by what's going on around us and to be expressive because I'm in a very privileged position where I can be a full-time artist. And I really want to make art where people can really attach onto in these difficult moments.
I completely agree. And I think that the idea of like, we feel like we have more power than we've ever had before because you can put together a change.org petition and you can make a moment go viral and you can get a bunch of celebrities to sing Imagine during a pandemic, right? So you feel like, the internet is bringing us together. But then there's that helplessness of like a lot of politicians just say what you want us or what they think we want to hear and then do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yes.
And then the other thing where we get backed into a corner to participate in this like insane capitalism that's run by a couple monopolies. And it's like, oh, so I pay so much extra money for the sustainably sourced thing, or I can pay rent and put a little in my savings and order this thing off Amazon.
And that's the design
an impossible
of the system.
Choice.
It's a design of the system. It's
to keep us dumb.
It's to keep the poor people poor, the poor people less educated, it's to keep you less connected to the rest of the world. You go to Europe, and the first 20 channels are international news stations. Al Jazeera, Middle Eastern news station, right there, Channel 6 or whatever.
Right.
And in America, you hardly get news that cover both sides of the fucking podium or the fucking coin in America, in American news. And we, in America, like, being able to travel, I think I've gone to 30 countries over the last 2 years, which
Incredible.
Is so crazy to say out loud. I still can't believe it. But it really radicalized me in so many ways. When I go to Australia, Korea, Japan, Belgium, I'm like, where are your cops? Where are your cops? What, you don't just have 100 cops patrolling your street at any given moment?
Right.
And all of your
Bullying
police stations?
all of us?
And you don't have cops everywhere? I couldn't find a cop in Japan. I couldn't find a cop in Australia. And it's like, or in Ireland, and the cops don't even have guns in Ireland because no one. And it's like, it can be done differently, and it's being demonstrated around us constantly.
We're being blinded.
We are in a fascist police state. That's what that means to have cops everywhere, and no other country really has this issue, and no other. It's like, and it's just so hard for Americans because no one else gets these opportunities, and no one else gets to travel and see all these things and shed that fourth wall because we're inundated with so many personal issues that we constantly have to solve every single day. But girl, it's a lot. It's a lot out here.
The people, add fuel to the fire. A lot of the people who do get that opportunity are the trickle down of that economy is like they're being paid to do all of that by one of the monopoly holders.
And a lot of those people, and a lot of people that come up in life and they jump classes,
Uh-huh.
they abandon their previous
Completely.
morals. And can I talk about one specific person, get a little political up in here?
Okay.
The transgender congresswoman, like that is an
Yes.
example of that to me, right?
Yes.
You
Well,
just
she never jumped class. She was always Sarah McBride was born
okay. I didn't know
fairly
this.
privileged in Delaware.
I didn't know
Yes.
this. Okay, but this is what I'm talking about. Where class supersedes community.
Yes.
And there's an illusion that community will solve everything. Oh, a trans woman's in Congress. Yay. She's a Zionist. She's pro-genocide. And when she was confronted with a transphobic bathroom bill in Congress, she immediately conceded and said, I will do it. I'll use the men's bathroom. Don't worry about this. When she has, first of all, and then she, in her statement she released, she said, I'm not here to argue bathroom bills. I'm here for the people of Delaware. Bitch, are there no trans people in Delaware?
Right.
Are you kidding me? Like, so once again, she is in a class where she doesn't have to worry about that issue. She's never going to be affected by that issue. So her identity doesn't really matter here because she's in a different class. You know what I mean? And so she has her own personal restroom in her office.
All the people arguing about that bill do.
And then 2 days later, that transphobic congresswoman who put that first bill forward is now put together another bill for all federal property in America. So it's like, see, like you had an opportunity to protest, to stand up for trans people all across this country, but now you might have set a precedent where it's like, no, like, see, like you conceded, so maybe they see that other people can concede too. But once again, it's not her fault. It's not her fault at all. I'm sorry that that's even happening to her as a trans woman.
Right.
But also, you're quite literally the only person privileged enough to be in that space from the community to stand up for us.
And then it's also like the strategy of like, oh, well, I was home with my family for Thanksgiving and my mom was like, she was like, did you know that trans people like make up less than 1% of the population?
Yes!
And I was like, yeah, diva. Like, I was
And
like,
it's 30% of your news!
yes, exactly.
And it's 30% of your news!
And I said this to her. I was like, yeah, the way you interact with trans people is how the majority of the country does. Not knowing anybody trans. Like,
No,
you know what I mean?
yes.
I was like, large amount of my friend list happens to be trans,
Yeah.
but how you're living your life is how most people interact. Like,
Name 2 trans people you know personally.
Right, exactly.
No, and that's what I mean. Like, we're all so dumb. Like, Americans, we're so dumb. Like, and you believe it and you buy it, and like, you are being deluded. You buy into media and to news where 30% of your news coverage is about trans people when we're less than 1% of the population, and none of the money is going to us. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
it's all it is like a chess piece and a so
but trans people in prisons are getting free surgery.
Well, shout out to them. And
I
all
might
the
just have to go to
SRS.
jail soon, girl.
All the SRS in the state lockup.
Who knew?
Well, and that I guess why I'm bringing it back is like I understand the strategy if like Sarah McBride and her campaign people or her like chief of staff were like, let's say, why do you care about my transness? I'm here to fight for the people. I agree with you as a missed opportunity to stand up for her own personal rights and the rights of her community.
Yeah.
But I do understand the strategy of like, if we start saying, why are you guys so focused on less than 1% of the population? We've got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
The sort of like hot button talking issue of everything being related to a trans identity, which they figure out a way to draw everything back. Military conversations, drag conversations, early childhood education.
I mean, all shout out to those
Can
people.
I put on a
what
statement
trans
list?
people are
Leave
dying to
me
be
alone.
Yeah, what trans people are dying to be in the military right now?
Well,
and like,
some.
I know some of them, and good for you, good for you. But also like,
and good for you.
I mean, but also like, you take trans people less than 1% of the population, and then you take trans people in the military less than 1% of that population.
Yes, exactly.
So like, that taking up such media time is so.
How about
like,
Flint? How about Flint has clean water?
Girl, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you have to pay for gas, trash, water, electric, Wi-Fi. You go to Mexico City in any public park, Wi-Fi is free. There's free Wi-Fi in Mexico City. It's a public thing because they see it as a right. And I'm like, oh, it is that easy and it is that simple. And it's being demonstrated around us constantly. But we all have horse blinders on, which again is a design from everything to, we have so much to worry about all the time. But I'm just doing makeup.
Not to all of a sudden become the Joe Rogan.
No, I know, girl. I know. I'm like,
but we
makeup.
get like this.
Yeah.
We're like, let's just get a coffee and go for a walk, and then we're screaming at each other in the park.
And we're like, we got to bring it down, girl. How am I going to bring this down? No,
Right.
no.
Well,
I know.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about fun stuff.
I love fun stuff.
we're back.
Woo!
Laurel, we're gonna move on
Okay.
to painting DL trade, but I want to talk to you about your makeup palette. Is it still available for
Yes.
sale, or is it sold out?
Yes, no, it's still available.
Mehron,
Mehron Cosmetics. Yes. Oh, Mehron Makeup. Apologies.
Mehron makeup.
Mehron Makeup. Yes. So that was an incredible opportunity. Mehron came to me because I was working with them already, and they said, we would love to develop a product with you. And they gave me full carte blanche to do whatever I want. And
Carte blanche.
they never said no, which was so incredible.
That's cool.
And they have the best, most highly pigmented, works for everybody, high impact makeup in the world. When it comes to like water activated paints, grease paints, even glitters, it is so high impact. They have been one of the leaders for theatrical makeup in the world for the last 90 years, and they're based in America. So they're US based community. They're US based company.
That's the way America thinks. Company is community.
No, it's not. Just think about you. One pizza a year, goddammit. You're not family. One pizza party. But so they're a company in New York, and they released this one type of water activated paint a few years ago called Edge Paint. But everyone knows their Paradise paints. That's what you see everybody using all the time. But their Edge Paint is a different formula where it's formulated with olive oil, coconut oil, and it has a different formulation where it's so flexible, it doesn't crack. It's quite literally the only water activated paint I've used in my entire life that doesn't crack. And I could use it on the silicone mask, move it, and it's flexible, and it doesn't go anywhere.
Oh.
So
because of the oils?
Yes, and it's also that and some other, there's like a different percentage of, I think, like talc and some other chemist. Talc. Talc. Yes.
Edge paint.
I had many
Perfect for gooning.
I had many long conversations with their chemists. They have like an all-women team over there too. They were so incredible. I actually got to go to their factory because I was like, listen, this purple shade, it's not really doing it for me. I really got to get up in there and figure this out. Like, I know exactly what I want. So I just took a ride with my manager, and we just went to their place and we formulated it in person. We went into their lab, and it's just been such a dream. And as you know, it's just been, I still can't believe that I have a product out with them, and it's a palette. It's still out now. And yeah, I'm
That's so cool.
It's so cool.
Bright, vibrant, amazing color.
Works on every type of skin, and it's so beautiful, long impact. If you need it to be waterproof, Mehron has one of the best setting sprays in the world. It's so slept on. It's a little clear bottle. You spray it, and it goes absolutely nowhere. We use that on our dancers. They dance for 3 hours, and it doesn't move. I absolutely swear by it. I'm just like not the marketing girly to get on TikTok and make 50,000 TikToks like holding a gun to your head, being like, this is the best. Like, I just can't do that.
Right.
I'm just like, it's a product by an artist for everybody.
Right.
And the people that know the magic, that makes me happy.
Do you think, because we talked a little bit about like sending them out to people, like people posting about them or whatever, like, do you think people get intimidated because it's water activated? It feels like a little more of a level up than like a drugstore cosmetic or like a usual palette, or are a lot of makeups water activated?
Perhaps. No, I think, but this is what I have to say about that.
Yeah.
It is better, in my opinion. If you buy a water activated, I mean like a regular felt liner pen from like KVD, which are now like $24, by the way. My whole palette's like only like 50 something. Yeah. Kat Von D, yeah. Okay. But now it's KVD. She's not associated with the brand anymore.
Interesting.
Or just like if you get a one size liner, any liner, at max, you'll use that max on a good liner 30 different days, 30 times, and then it'll dry out. And then you have to get a new one. Or some of these dry out after like 5 uses.
Whoa.
Like I've had pens that I've bought brand new that I'll use for like a week and then it dries out. But because it's water activated, you can keep activating it until you're out of that pan, which will last you forever. And like if you're just doing standard beauty with like a wing eyeliner, that palette will last you 3 years.
Got it.
I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
Yes. Hello. And they also have a special mixing liquid too if you want to do that. It also makes
If you want to feel extra cunt.
If you want to feel a little extra cunty, you already know the tea. The girls that know. And listen, and the girls that know about Mehron know that they are the ones.
Right.
They're not the standard beauty divas that have commercials on the TVs, but the artists know. And
I love that it's you and me having the makeup conversation, like my wildebeest face that never gets any makeup applied to it.
Not even a blush.
No, this is natural.
Really?
I do pinch my cheeks when the boys come over.
I was gonna say I saw a little rosy cheek at the beginning of the pod.
It's mostly just when I get flustered.
Oh my god!
Oh, natural.
Yeah, I was like, "Wait, are you flustered?" No, you just pinched your cheeks.
That is so funny that people used to do that.
Girl, practical effects. Whatever happened to practical effects?
Whatever happened to? Do you know about like old makeup, like ancient practices of like beauty practices?
Girl, I'm trying to keep up to date with the ones today. Girl, I don't have time to go back. You know who does though?
What?
Erin Parsons.
Okay.
Get into that diva. She's an icon. She's a makeup historian on TikTok.
A makeup historian.
Yes, worked on Pat McGrath's team for years and then kind of
Is Pat
skyrocketed.
Your like number one icon?
I would say so. I would say Pat McGrath and Danessa Myricks are both just icons in different respects for me.
Yeah.
Well, similar in a way, but yeah, Pat McGrath is just she's like mother. She has spearheaded so many iconic and developed so many groundbreaking looks for runway over the last, I don't know, like several decades. And also her makeup line to date is some of the best high quality luxury makeup you can get your hands on.
I remember, what was the runway show with the porcelain skin? Who did she do
Margiela.
that for? Okay. That to me felt a little bit like a tipping point. Obviously, there are the YouTubers, the James Charles, the Tatis, you know what I mean?
Yes,
like the people who made a name for themselves as makeup and beauty influencers. The Michaela, whatever her, what's her last name?
Yes.
But you understand, these are these mainstream social media. What they are known for is doing makeup on the internet.
Down.
And those people are trickling and infiltrating mainstream culture. But this moment with Pat McGrath at the Margiela show was the first time it was like, oh, everyone is talking about a makeup application.
That was really crazy.
In the high fashion world, and it is on everyone's TikTok.
Yes.
People were making jokes about it. People were trying to sleuth out what it was.
Yes.
Makeup influencers, like it was everywhere. And it was like, oh, makeup is no longer like a niche world. It has like sort of jumped.
Which is so cool and it's so beautiful. And I mean, that's why she's an icon. You know what I mean? Like her mind is always innovating. And that's something I really aspire to as well. Like whenever I try to come up with a look or something, I'm always thinking like, what's something that I can do that I haven't really seen a lot of, or something that I really haven't seen. And part of that for me is always trying to bring inspiration outside of makeup, like not taking makeup inspiration from other makeup artists, but maybe a pattern in nature or like something else that has nothing to do with the, you know, cosmetics or I could do a sickening makeup sponsored by Polar Premium Seltzer. And let me tell you, this makeup look would eat.
The bubbles?
I mean, even the straw?
The deep cranberry color?
No, I actually did a makeup look inspired by Bombay Sapphire Gin.
Okay.
Because Baz Luhrmann had a collab with them like 3 years ago, and when I was doing my content creator stuff, and I just did a makeup look inspired by their bottle, which is fab. Honestly, really great makeup look. But I just, that's so fun. I love that.
So my question to you, because this just happened with Meatball.
Oh, God.
People steal Meatball's ideas all the time.
That's so shitty.
So, like, she did a twink pageant, and there's, like, another person doing a monthly party that's, like, Demon Twink, and it's literally entering a pageant.
In this city?
In L.A.
No.
And
girl.
so, and people lift her mixes off of YouTube. They'll, like, someone will have posted it or recorded on their phone, and then they're performing to the recording, or if she goes out of town and emails the DJ her track,
shut the fuck up.
That DJ will give it to local girls who want it.
That is crazy.
And they're doing the same hand movements as her.
Girl,
like, it happens to her all the time. They steal her ideas. So
also,
my question to you is,
how do we kill them?
Well, no.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Is it homage in the makeup world?
Oh.
Is it homage? Is it, I saw that, I think it's sickening, I want to try it on me?
I have great opinions on this. Yes.
What is that? Okay. What is it?
Many schools of thought around this. But, you know, the people that are like, this person stole my makeup look.
Right.
When you post a look to the internet, you give it away. You're giving it away. It is free game, and you post it to be seen, to inspire, to reach out. I don't understand people that get upset just at not about credit, but just that other people copying their looks. I'm like, isn't that the goal? Like to inspire?
Right.
I do understand, however, when a look is copied verbatim and there's no credit given, and it happens a majority of the time to women. And
Sure.
let me tell you, Sophia Sano is an incredible artist. I love that woman down. We both did Doja Cat together for the Paris Fashion Week. There was one day, I did her for 9 days, and there was one day she came in and she did her for the whole day, and I got a day off. And at first I was like, oh my God, did I just get fired? But then the looks came out and I was absolutely gobsmacked. She's brilliant. She's a genius. And those looks that she did on her inspired me to this day. And it was just so beautiful. And to this day, we're really great friends. I love her so much.
Yeah.
We both champion each other. But she did this look on Doja Cat, which it was the first time that was really seen in the public eye. I haven't seen anything like that before, where it was black around the lip and then it went through the middle and it had a shape and the black line went right through the middle of the lip. It was genius. That has been lifted on so many other big celebrities, and she never receives credit. And I see that, and I'm like, damn, that must irk her a little bit. But I'm like, people do it verbatim, do the same exact look. And I'm like, if I take credit from other people, like for something specifically, I'll always be like, this by that. It does nothing. It doesn't take anything away from you.
So easy.
Especially for me, if you're taking from women, queer people, Black people, like
Right.
I think it's really important to credit and to show where you're getting these ideas from. Also, to uplift to someone else. Like one person's success does not make you less successful. And
we can all become more successful together.
And if you shit on someone else, that's going to bring them down and you down because they're probably doing something similar to you. That's why you're intimidated in the first place. So if you lift those people up, you're going to be lifted up too. And it's like grow up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like more people can be successful than just you. And I don't know, that's a lot of negative energy to be putting out in the world. And none of this is not serious, babes. We're doing professional dress up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And like there's a difference and everyone knows it in their heart of hearts.
Yes.
There's a difference between like, oh, I saw Laurel had this like sort of like bluish aquamarine, like whatever. Now I'm going to do that.
And
versus and then like tagging and you're like, girl, what, we chose the same color and there's only so many colors to choose from, versus like you are known for a shape or a look and then someone does it and they go, thank you, thank you. And they don't ever say inspired by.
No, and I will say also for me personally, I'm not saying like I personally want to be tagged if you
sure
take it I don't. Like I'm at a point now where like I'm so grateful I have like a larger platform and I see a lot of people taking inspiration from me and I'm just happy that it's out there, honestly. Like I just want like I don't need to see that you've taken inspiration from me. Like I'm just happy that it's out there, and if you do, that's great, and I'm really happy about that. I was just mostly speaking, for other people in terms of credit. But I mean, I will say if I do one really crazy look that's something brand new and you do that verbatim, then that's like another story. But
that's what it is.
Yeah, especially I mean, I think it's different also if someone does it for like a really big paid job. I don't think I've really had that happen. Well, once, but I'm not talking about that on here.
Not to bring up Beyonce again, but in that moment,
Beyonce
when she did the who
Mama said, sorry.
When she did the Who Run the World Girls, and she saw that like reference video. Now she famously has ripped a lot of people off.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
But one example of not ripping them off is she like saw these guys dancing. And she was like trying to do the dance, and they ended up flying them out to teach the dance and like do it in the video. And then
that
like,
can change lives.
On the same album,
I love
she
that.
just like ripped off a couple of dance artists.
Oh shit! On the same one?
Yeah,
oh, wait, that's so funny. She's like, I'll do this one just to balance out
Not
these other
guys.
Yeah.
This is concert. They've already got a movie made of all their choreography.
They're gonna be fun.
These guys are on a YouTube video, so I'll bring the YouTube guys out with me.
Honestly, work. Good for her.
Good for her.
Good for her. If you steal
anything you want to ask me, I'm just kidding.
What's your sign?
Aries.
Oh, fab.
Yeah.
Double Virgo, Capricorn rising. A lot of my long-term besties have all been Aries. I don't know what's about. Yeah. Ricky McLeod, Philadelphia. If you're watching, love you, diva. Aries.
Arianta.
How to give a shout out to my Aries sis.
Ricky.
Ricky.
I want to talk about food a little bit.
Okay.
Well, let's take a break.
Yes.
And then we'll come back and we'll talk
I'm
about.
exhausted.
We're going to talk about food and sex.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Okay. BRB. We are back with Laurel Charleston, and listen, we were hoping Meatball was going to make it.
I
join
know.
us,
I was hoping she was about to like throw this door
storm
open
in
any
and be
second.
like, and take it over because
Punch me in the face.
Famously, people love to listen to sloppy seconds for Meatball.
I just came here for Meatball. So I'm actually pretty fucking pissed right now.
Who are you?
Okay.
What is that?
I think I knew you before Meatball, no?
I think we met at the same time when you came to do the show.
Was that when I first met you?
That's when we first met.
Oh, God.
You maybe our paths may have crossed at school.
yes. I did know her. She was a friend.
That is our paths crossed. She really walked that whole opening sequence. She's like, we were best friends. We actually would scissor in the bed at night. And then she's like walking it back and she's like.
And then that one loud bitch is like, so were you friends? And like, girl, mind your fucking business, okay?
That's Glinda the Good. Leave her alone.
Girl, now she's got to backtrack and everything. Like, imagine if she didn't ask that though. There wouldn't be a musical.
That's true. They would have just burned that statue in effigy and been like,
peace. That would have been it.
Then bring in Dorothy.
Girl.
So is Madame Morrible makes the tornado that brings Dorothy from the real world? There's a couple of things.
That's the gag.
There are a couple of things that don't line up.
No.
And it's because I found this out recently.
Yeah.
Obviously, the book was written.
Yes.
Then they made the movie.
No, the musical.
Oh, the Broadway musical.
Yeah.
Then they made the movie.
Yes.
Then in 1956, it all became public domain. So anyone could do anything with
you're talking about
Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yes, okay.
Then the book Wicked
Then
was
Wicked,
written.
yes.
Then the musical, then the movie.
Yes.
But so same trajectory. The book, then the musical, then the movie. The Broadway musical of The Wizard of Oz was before the Judy Garland version.
Yes.
But like, certain things can't line up because this movie or the book.
Wait, so like what's one of the things that doesn't line up?
Like the slippers aren't ruby because they can't be because MGN owns the idea of ruby slippers.
Oh.
Because they made them red for the Technicolor. So in the original book, they're just bejeweled shoes.
Some cheap ass AB rhinestone.
And so that's why they are just jeweled shoes and they're not ruby red.
Wow.
But I think they don't.
But they do turn red. Like they are red in Wicked.
Yes, but I don't think they say it. I think they just become red once she.
Whoa, those are no longer silver. They can't say it's red.
This could not be true.
Well, we're gonna find out in part 2, baby.
No, someone's just gonna.
You know what the real incontinuity is for me? The fact that in the musical, Madame Morrible can sing, and in the movie, she can't. Girl, that's the real gag. I'm like, she had 2 sentences of vocal solo in the entire musical, and she couldn't even.
You're gonna be painting Michelle in like 2 months. Watch. You gotta watch. You gotta watch your fucking mouth.
I'd paint her down.
I know you would.
I love her so much. No, and she's an incredible actress. One of the best actresses. Won the award. But
won the award.
But I'm just saying, one of the greatest musicals ever. And to hear what Cheryl Lee Ralph also
just did on the red carpet in front of her.
She was like one of the finalists for the role, apparently.
Yeah,
which is she would have devoured that singing. Once again, it's literally only 2 sentences, whatever. But it's the opening to an iconic song. All I'm gonna say.
All I'm gonna say.
Love the musical. Hope they all win.
What is on your food bucket list right now? Because you and I do tend to go eat.
I love to eat. Girl, I love to eat.
And what are you like craving these days?
Oh, God. My favorite thing about traveling, because in a lot of these countries we're there for like 2 days.
Right.
So the best and quickest way to get culture is to grab a bite of food. Hardest thing is avoiding tourist traps. If you can avoid a tourist trap and get some local authentic food, it's great. God, honestly, I love omakase, sushi, fresh fish. Now that I'm on the West Coast, listen, the sushi in Brooklyn, it's all a little fishy. The fish over here is like so much more fresh.
Yeah.
It's just like you're right on the coast. I mean, I guess you are in New York, but still, like you get fresher seafood over here.
Yeah.
Like really great uni. Just like that. That's like on my mind
your
a lot
palate
lately.
right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Girl, we haven't done a sushi moment.
I'm not like I'm
You're
a
not a sushi
I'm a
diva?
tentative sushi eater.
Tentative. Okay.
Um,
With caution.
I think the way I'm getting into it, which is a very like American Midwestern way of doing it,
Please tell me you're not eating rolls with like cream cheese on them.
not with cream cheese,
Tempura.
but I'm starting with like veggie rolls.
Fab. Okay.
Just because I don't have a lot of experience with the actual sushi of eating the raw fish.
Yeah.
And my relationship to fish is like when my mom cooks salmon, it's like
That's it.
mid
Period.
and bad. You know what I mean? And it's like,
girl, there are many phenomenal ways to cook some salmon.
I know. And we've gone out to dinner where you're like the whole fish to the table.
No, hello, Branzino.
This is what I mean. And I'm like, I don't do that. And I'm like, what about the tiny little fish bones? What about the this? What about the that? I'm just not that girl. Not to quote Wicked.
Oh my God.
But where
the sushi and I.
But what is taking me there is I've started.
Tell me
I'm
what
like
takes you there.
obsessed with eating Korean food recently.
Fab. What type of
And-
Korean food?
Well, just there's a Korean spot by my house, and I'm like, oh, more stew,
Yes.
more soup, more like hot, beautiful broth, and then it's like, oh, did you just sneak in some mozzarella cheese to this?
Yeah, they did, bitch. Yeah.
There are so many like surprising things on the menu to me.
You want to get my panties off?
And it's just taking me around the corner where I'm like, oh, I'm like exploring a lot more.
KBBQ, baby.
Oh, of course.
Girl. Panties under the table. Girl,
I'm
KBBQ.
drowning in panty juice.
Girl, hello. There's this Lero is her name.
Okay.
This a super fan of Melanie, who's an incredible makeup artist, and she lives in Korea. And we did a show in Korea, and we've just been mutuals because she's an incredible makeup artist, like does brilliant work, Lero. And she was like, "Hey, I'd love to take you out for dinner." I was like, "Okay, sure, I would love to." Like a local take me out to dinner in Korea. What's better than that?
Yeah.
Took me and Will to the only Michelin star Korean barbecue place in Seoul, and to this day, it was one of the best meals of my life. It was so good. I think about that all the time. To quote Charlie XCX.
The best.
Yeah, so good.
Blame it on my luck
Hello.
of Korean barbecue.
Boom, clap.
It's out of my heart. Okay, listen, we've had so much intense conversation.
Lots of ups, lots of downs.
You and I love to gab.
Yeah, we love to gas.
Swing that jaw around. What do they say?
Excuse you?
Wag the jaw. No? Don't they say that?
Nurse? Nurse?
He's fallen off the deep end.
I swear
have
there's a healthcare
some
worker in the home.
voicemails that I want to play you because, as you know, famously our contestants, our listeners call in and leave us voicemails. So I have a couple voicemails to round us off.
Okay.
This is the part of the show that we like to call Fuck Talk. Do you see where it says fuck talk?
People are still fucking? Oh, I can't see it. Okay.
I saw you searching
People,
the screen. You were
people
like,
are still fucking in this economy?
yeah,
Good
I
for
mean,
them.
but you know the Gen Z girlies, they just like stay home and you know what someone said to me yesterday? They said, "Did you know that flick the bean was slang for masturbation?" And I was like, "Yes."
What?
What else would it mean?
No shit. Were they like preparing food thinking about
I have
that?
no idea, but they were like, "I've never heard that term before."
They crack open a can of Pinto and just like flick one across the room. Like,
Wait, before we move away from Wicked, can you do Cher?
what were we saying earlier? It was like The Wizard and I, but it's Cher. What were we?
That's her looking for her book.
I'm like, what song was it?
Were you singing Madame Morrible as Cher, or were you just doing The Wizard and I? Oh,
I don't know, girl.
okay.
Cher. The wizard will see you now.
The wizard will share you now. The Cher will wizard you now.
Many years we have waited
There you go.
for a gift like yours. No, it was something else.
No, but imagine Cher in that role.
Girl, oh my God. Wait, what? Cher as Madame Morrible? Who do we have to call? Bitch, are you kidding me? Also, as like a maniacal character, like she would eat. Like she would eat
completely.
down.
And the
Yes.
makeup on her?
Girl, I would die to paint her. Anywho, voicemails?
You got it.
Is the whole like douching timeline like our gay version of like some sort of misogyny thing where like how 1950s and 40s housewives had to pretend like they were always perfect and do everything a certain way, and like all these bottoms have been gaslighting all these tops and thinking that douching wasn't a thing, and all these tops are like, what is that? No, it's not a thing. But like in actuality, it's like this secret hidden underground douching society that no one knew about.
You're gonna have to explain that to me.
Goodbye.
You have to explain that to me. I was like, carried the one, douching, misogyny, bottom. Wait, what's the gripe here? What's the gripe?
We've been talking about douching on the show where I'm like, everyone's talking about cleaning out all the time.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like
Mhm.
people weren't really talking about cleaning out in the 90s or the early 2000s.
I think they were just more demure.
They were more demure about it. But then we were talking about, with HIV and AIDS,
Mhm.
people were really sort of, there were a lot of gay men who their entire sexual relationship was like side behavior.
Yeah.
They just weren't talking about it. They weren't having anal sex, or people were exclusively fucking with condoms. So like the need to clean out was maybe less. And, there are plenty of people who go around and be like, oh, I'm good today. I don't even need to clean today. I'm ready to go.
Girl, I don't
So-
know how they have that strength and that vision. Good for them. I wish I can't do that. I can't relate. I'm never like, yeah, I think I'm good right now.
Exactly. But so what we're talking about
Yes,
is
okay.
maybe there was actually no one has ever been good, and bottoms always needed to douche down.
Yes, they're just maybe not
But they're
saying
not
it in the
talking about
past.
it. In the 1930s,
Cool,
they're
of
just
course
like,
they're douching down. And also, I don't think it's like this. I'm assuming this is a gay guy. It's like, is it the same thing as like misogyny? No. No, it's not. It's literally no. It's literally not. Love you so much though. Love you. But I will say, like, I love that gay men are like, I have to douche. Is that what misogyny
feels like?
like no, but like your empathy is growing. So good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Love the empathy there. Keep working on it, babes.
All right.
But no, girl, you gotta keep. Sometimes you go into the. I'm not even gonna say anything.
All right.
Yeah, graphic.
Keep it demure.
Keep it demure.
All right, next one. I got another one for us.
We got another one? All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Hit it.
Is the whole like
Oh no, that's the same.
I was like, is this the same person?
is the whole
Nope, that's the same person.
I'm
Here
like,
we go. Here we
no.
go.
He's got a lot to say.
Hello. I think I had a gay enough experience to tell you guys so that you'll finally play one of my voicemails. Do you hate people from Florida? Do you see that I have a Florida area code and you just refuse to play any of my voicemails?
No.
Anyways, my husband got super wine drunk. This is a cautionary tale. Super wine drunk, gave me some crazy head, and as I was coming, he was gagging, and I think throwing up wine into my dick.
Mm.
And then, like, an hour goes by, and I go to pee, and I start pissing wine. And then the next day, I'm pissing blood, and chunks of blood. And so I go to the ER, urethral trauma. The doctor didn't believe that the wine got up into my bladder, but that's the only thing that makes sense to me. So don't let your husband get wine drunk and throw up wine into your dick unless you want to piss blood. Goodbye. That was way off.
I have a quick question. First off, before you address the actual meat and potatoes of that, he said, "I think I finally have a gay experience," and then said his husband. Does that?
An experience gay enough for us to play
Oh,
on the podcast.
I was like,
Because that's why
"Are
he
you
said,
not gay with your husband?" I
That's
was
why
like,
he said the area code thing, because he apparently has called before. We've never played his voice.
Well, you got a lot of voicemails.
There are plenty to hunt through.
Hello. That was a lot.
That's crazy
That's
because
crazy.
that means that when your cock is erect and hard and you start shooting that wet semen out of your cock hole, it's gaping open enough to then receive a bunch of wine vomit.
Like
That's a thick.
That's a lot of
you
pressure.
could get into sounding.
to have that wine, I feel like that's a lot of pressure to push through.
The tiny hole, but apparently he must be,
Must be a vocalist or someone with a good diaphragm.
because like,
Good for
how
him.
do you receive wine in through your urethra?
My question, did he get drunk from that?
Ooh, not
next question.
blood and chunky blood.
He said chunky blood?
He said chunky blood.
And also,
Next question.
girl, also not urethral trauma. Girl, I hate hearing that word. That's bad. Girl, that's bad. Oh,
That's intense.
that's intense. I mean, must have been great head though. Good for you. Sounds-
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like also when you start throwing up, you like remove yourself from the situation
Yeah,
rather than like you go like, ooh, like get it, tighten your lips up so you can really
I
shove it,
know, that's what I'm
force
thinking-
it, like
that's
you're
what I'm thinking
blowing
too.
into a flute.
I'm like, are you trying to blow him up like a balloon animal? Like, you know what I mean?
You
Like,
got to make it airtight. You got to get the seal around there if you want the wine to really make it into the bladder.
for me, because when I felt something coming up, baby, I'm doing one of two things. One, I'm running to the bathroom and
Right.
breaking the scene, and I'm cutting the fourth. I'm jumping from the fourth wall. I'm breaking
Yes.
character. Or two, I stay in character and I just swallow it back and feel a little bit of shame.
Yeah.
And keep going, because women persist. You know what I mean?
Red wine, white wine,
Blood.
orange wine.
Orange wine,
What could it have been?
chunky blood, girl. Well, anyways, I hope you're better, babe. Okay.
And super gay.
And still super gay. Yeah. And from Florida. So
Well, Laurel, would you eat a chicken Caesar salad sub sandwich?
my biggest pet peeve on this goddamn planet is when you order fucking chicken Caesar salad and they don't cut up the lettuce for you and they give you just like individual things of lettuce. If the lettuce is cut up and it's all incorporated and it's like on a sub, if you just give me like 2 things of romaine,
No.
I'm jumping out that window and I'm taking the
Yes.
sub
On the sandwich.
on the sandwich.
On the sandwich, I
Okay.
want ribbons
Yes.
of romaine lettuce. I
Yes.
want you to take those leaves,
Yes.
crunch them together, and then I want you to dice all the way down.
I think it's insane that I even have to literally go to a restaurant, order a Caesar salad, and say, "Hey, can you just make sure the lettuce is chopped up and
Actually,
it's all
I
incorporated?"
got a Caesar salad in front of you, and you didn't touch it because you were like, "I don't like how big those leaves are."
Yes!
But I ate it with my hands. Do you remember that? I
Yes.
picked them up by boats, and I
Yes.
ate them like it was like an endive appetizer.
I'm just like, what world have we come to where I'm paying more for a Caesar and I got to do more work?
No, when you have to
No.
assemble it, when
Mm-mm.
you have to chop it up or do, they're like it's a make your own chopped cheese, and they bring you like a beautiful patty.
Are you paying me?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Girl, fuck you.
Girl, and they come out with the tip pad and it starts at 18%. Girl, America's crazy. Girl,
Laurel,
they chop up my lettuce everywhere else. Is all I'm saying.
thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry you only got half the squad today.
I know.
But this was a super fun conversation.
Yes.
You're welcome to come back anytime you want.
Okay.
We'll do it again, this time including Meatball.
Yeah.
And, you know, everyone at home, make sure you're out there painting DL trade.
Oh,
That's what the kids are saying these
Ooh.
days after the election.
honestly, DL trade. We're over DL trade, babes.
That's
We're over DL
the
trade.
other theme.
Girl, diva up, DL trade
Down.
down, and not in a good way. Okay.
Where can people follow you on the internet?
You can go to I'm like thinking about it.
Instagram?
You can go to Instagram. Instagram, Laurel Charleston. TikTok, Laurel Charleston is 1 letter too long, so I'm Yanni Charleston. If you remember that like weird thing like 3 years ago, I like was like, oh Yanni, because it's like Yanni sounds like Laurel, that like audio thing.
Laurel or Yanni?
Super niche, no one gets it anymore. But it's Yanni Charleston on Instagram. Gotta
Yanni.
fix that branding.
Yeah.
But yeah, also new palette out now with Mehron Cosmetics. Support trans makeup artists. We are the oracles of beauty. And also, just right now, scary time in America. Support your trans people in any capacity you can. Get them jobs, get them bookings, bring them on your teams. Reach out to them, support them, like whatever you can. Like be there for your trans people over the next 4 years.
Thanks, Laurel.
Love y'all. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, everyone, for listening to this episode of Sloppy Seconds. You can, of course, follow us on Instagram at SloppyPod. You can send us an email at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com, or you can call in with your fuck talk story to 213-536-9180. And please send all of your best memories of Meatball. We will be having a memorial service for her
Oh,
next week.
God. Rip.
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 Okay,
Well,
great.
All right, that was it.
For access to our full uncensored video episodes, ad-free and 1 day early, plus our monthly Sloppier Seconds episode, and all of Mom Podcast premium content, check out Mom Plus Gold at mompodcast.plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball.
Technical direction by Margot Padilla.
Editing and sound design by William Pitts.
Show artwork by Christian Cimarroni.
Theme song by Mike Malarkey.
Media and design support by Stone Cole.
Executive produced by Willem, Alaska, Big Dipper, Camille Stennis, and Joe Cilio.
Recorded at Forever Dog Productions.
Ooh, his nipples are tiny.